play of the Phillies versus the Atlanta Braves, game number 2 of the 3-game series. Game 2 of the 3-game series. The Phillies lost last night 9-0 shutout. Time was terrible. You almost couldn't hit for shit. Only Bryce Harper did something, and then JT finally did something in the game. So pitching for the Phillies tonight will be Christopher Sanchez, and pitching for the Braves tonight will be Chris Sales. Can the Phillies hit up Chris Sales? We'll find out. And things like that. And also breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. If you did not see what breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, the Phillies closer Johan Duran is on the 15-day IRL with a left orbital strain. So Johan Duran is out is on the injury list with a left orbital strain. That's not good for the Phillies. So the Phillies are going back The Phillies are going to go back and forth between Brad Keller and some other pitcher for the closing role for the games until we get the run back. So that's terrible. And also the other breaking news is, guys, Aldo Kemp got up to AAA, and then the Phillies called up Felix Baez to the majors. So Felix Baez got called up to the show today, and Aldo Kemp got opted down to AAA. So Felix Baez will make his MLB debut tonight for the Phillies and playing left field. So that's exciting for him, and he won number 29 jersey. So that's exciting as well. And also, the Phillies just released outfitter Pedro Leon, so he got released. So that's bad in itself. So that's bad in itself. And also, the Phillies called up Seth Johnson from the AAA. So that's bad because Seth Johnson was not good the last time he was up here. So that was bad. So here, with all that good stuff, that's all this little breaking news stuff you did not know. So here go the Braves start lineup. We got Ronnie Jr., Jake Baldwin, Ozzie Osbourne, Matt Olson, Austin Riley, Amanda Devon, Eli White, Johanna Hill, and Jules Vieto. And that's the Braves start lineup. Oh guys, the Phillies coming this game. The Phillies gonna get 8-11 this season. The Braves gonna get 13-7 this season. And I'm wearing the Bryce Harper jersey on. And I'm watching this game on Fox, y'all. I hate the Fox broadcast people because they always talk great about the damn Braves and shit. And then. So I hate that. I hate that. They always make the Braves look like they're the best team ever. Yeah, because they got the best record. I get it. What they fucking do? So just making the Phillies look like they can't do shit. So that's just one of those things where you make the Braves like they're the best thing ever. There's walking fights with the Braves. You know how that goes. What's up, Star Wars? So coming out the bat for the Braves, we have Veronica Jr. to the bat for the Braves. The Braves plays on base. 0 outs, top of the first. Here we go. Christopher Sanchez got a pitch for Veronica Jr. Great forward. And Veronica Jr. flies out sharply to the center fielder, Brandon Morris. And Veronica Jr. is out. Oh, and by the way, guys, I just want to let y'all know, Justin Crawford's not playing tonight. Justin Crawford is getting a day off, so Brandon Morris is playing center field. Yeah, so that's just to let you know for that information. So. So coming up next, the bat for the Braves, we have Drake Baldwin coming next to the bat for the Braves. When the Braves plays on base, 0 outs, top of the first, here we go. And Crystal Sandy got a pitch to Drake, running catch the ball as well. Crystal Sandy got a pitch to Drake, but he's swinging the foul 1-1. Crystal Sandy got a pitch to Drake, running catch the ball 2-1. Crystal Sandy got a pitch to Drake, but Drake Baldwin runs out to the first base and Bryce Harper. Drake Baldwin's out. Coming up next, the bat for the Braves, we had Ozzie Osbourne next to the bat for the Braves. The Braves plays on base. 2 outs, top of the first, here we go. Crystal Sandy got a pitch to Ozzie, running catch the ball 1-0. Crystal Sandy got a pitch to Ozzie, running catch the ball 2-0. Crystal Sandy got a pitch to Ozzie, running catch. He's swinging down with the 5 balls at 2-1. He said, come on, Sages, we need you. But today was not your day. Yeah, I thought they should keep running more to center field, but they didn't. They got just off soon. And Christopher Sages got another pitch to the Ozzie away for it. Oh, man, Marsh couldn't catch that. Sliding for there. And it slided, it bounces. He couldn't catch that one. It rolled all the way to the wall. So Ozzie running around first, stop at second. Ozzie got a double, y'all. Adios, we got a W. And this is Adios' second double on the 2026 season on the line drive to the right field of those gonna see him. Yeah, the Flyers play tonight at 8 p.m. Yeah, they play at 8 p.m. in Pittsburgh, so. So coming next to bat for the Braves, we have Matt Olson next to bat for the Braves. We got one base player in second base. 2 outs, top of the first. Here we go. Christopher Sanchez got a pitch, get everybody ready, get ready for it. Right now, count is going. That strike one is 0-1. And Christopher Sanchez got another pitch, get everybody ready, get ready for it. Right now, count is going. The ball is 1-1. We need this win. Then we gotta win this game. Just to get confidence back right now. And Christopher Sanchez got another pitch, get everybody ready, get ready for it. Right, swing and a miss, and that's strike two. So 1-2. And Christopher Sanchez got another pitch, get ready for it. And Matt Olson asked for a timeout, yo, and Matt Olson get right back in the bat box, hit some base rules. Whatever it was. And Christopher Sanchez got another pitch, get for you, man, get ready for it. And Matt Olson grinds out to the shortstop Trey Turner, who threw it to the first base and Bryce Harper in time. And Matt Olson is out, and that's 3 outs for the Braves. So we have a scoreless game, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the bottom of the first, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies turn the bat. Let's see what the Phillies turn the bat at the bottom of the first. And the three Philly players do at the bat at the bottom of the first be Trey Turner, Kyle Swim, and Bryce Harper. Wait, the Mets lost again? Hold on, wait a minute. If you say the Mets lost again, Star Wars, hold on. Hold the hell on. Let me see this shit. Hold on, wait a minute. The Mets lost the second game today to the Cubs 4-2, and now the Mets are 7-14. Oh yeah, they ain't beating the Cubs. They just lost. They lost the 2 games. They lost the second game to the Cubs today. Damn. Yo, if the Mets lose if the Mets lose tomorrow, if the Cubs sweep out the Mets tomorrow at 2 p.m. in Chicago, oh my God, then that would just be like, that'd be the first sweep that'd be the first sweep that the Chicago Cubs will have. Damn. The Mets are on a 10-game losing streak. That's terrible. Thank you, Jordan, for the point, honey. That we can't come back fast and never way. And you're just saying that. I'm just saying I don't feel bad for the I don't feel bad for the I don't feel bad for the New Mets because they're just not good. Yeah, Mets are just terrible this season. Like I see why that was on TikTok yesterday on Star Wars, and every Mets fan that was on TikTok was getting pissed off. This one Mets fan, he was mad. He's like, he was complaining about the new Mets, how terrible they are, and he said he wished we had the old team back, the old team that they had. They wish they had them back, and then the old players back. They wish they had all day. And I'm like, you can't get that back because you can't get them old players back. Y'all, you know that. So, as much as you want that, you can't get that back. So, yeah, so it's just like, you can't get them players back because. Oh, and also, guys, White House in the hot seat again. So here go the first line. We got Trey Turner, Castro, Vice, Adults Garcia, J.T. Alabama, Phoenix Real playing left field, Amanda Sosa playing second base, and Bernie Morris playing center field. And that's your freestyle lineup. So Justin Carter has a day off again, and also Weinstein's never going to get the Weinstein is still out of the lineup for now because he's terrible. So that's one thing. So we don't even want to and also we got to remember that because we don't want the Bryce out nowhere near the goddamn getting in any game because Bryce starts terrible. So You know how that goes, right? You don't want that. So coming up the bat for the Phillies, we have Trey Turner coming to bat for the Phillies. No Philly bears and Rays. 0 outs. Bottom of the first. Here we go. Chris Sale's got a pitch in there for Trey. Get ready for it. Running catch Chris Sale's got a pitch in there for Trey. Get ready for it. Running catch goes strike was 0-1. Chris Sale got another pitch to Trey. Running catch goes balls with a 1. Chris Sale got another pitch to Trey. He swinging down, goes right into the grass, and that's a single. Trey Turner will miss the first base for the Phillies. Trey Turner got a hit. He's 1 for 1, y'all. And Trey Turner singles on line drive to the center field of Eli White. So coming up next, the bat of the Phillies, we have Kyle Schwarber next to bat the Phillies. We got 1 free player on first base, 0 outs, bottom of the first. Here we go. Chris Harris got a pitch in there for Schwarber. Get ready for it. Ronnie's catching those balls 1-0. And Chris Harris got another pitch in there for Schwarber. Get ready for it. Ronnie's catching those strike one is a 1-1. Come on, Schwarber. We need to swap out with something. Anything. Get on a single. Get on base. Something. You know, we need anything. And Chris Harris got another pitch in there for Schwarber. Get ready for it. Ronnie's catching up with strike 2 is 1-2. And that's a big night for, Phillies forward. You got the Phillies playing the second game against the Atlanta Braves tonight, right now. And then you got the Flyers in Pittsburgh getting ready to take on the Penguins, at 8 p.m. So, it's going to be one of those things, y'all. And Chris Harris got another pitch in there for you, so we're ready for it. And Chris Harris going to pitch over to his first baseman, Matt Olson, to make sure that Trey Turner got the first base bag, picking 10 number 1 at first base. So it's about to be crazy, man. Tonight's about to be crazy. We need 2 wins tonight. We need a win from the Phillies for this game, and we need a win from the Flyers in their first playoff game. So, we need that. And Chris Harris got another pitch for so we get ready for it. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3, and Castro was out. Castro, you 0 for 1 with your first strikeout. Well, Castro just striked out at the first at bat. Dang it. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we have Bryce Harper next to bat for the Phillies. We got 1 Philly player on second, 1 Philly player on first base. 1 out. The bottom of the first, here we go. And Chris Harris got a Harbor Nation. Chris Harris got a pitch for Bryce Riley. Swinging the miss, and the strike was on 1. Chris Harris got a pitch for Bryce ready for it. And the Braves catcher tried to throw a pitch over to his shortstop, Michael Harris II, try to tag on Trey Turner. He's taking off. And Trey Turner is safe at second base. And this is Trey Turner's second steal on the 2026 season on second base. Trey Turner got a steal, y'all. And Chris Harris got another pitch in for you guys. Get ready for it. Riley's catching goes the balls 1-1. Here goes Bryce Harper with his new, his custom made cleats that he made with Under Armour. The new custom cleats. He wearing them again. He wear the new custom shit. And Chris Harris got another pitch for you guys. Get ready for it. And Bryce Harper grounds out to the second base with Ozzie Osbourne to the first base of Matt Olson. And Bryce Harper's out. Bryce Harper, you 0 for 1. But Trey Turner races third base. And Bryce Harper broke his bag. Cheap bat! One bats are cheap. They cheap as shit. They cheap. They break easily. And that bad boom. Damn. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we have Adolis Garcia. The next to bat for the Phillies, we got 1 free player on third base, 2 outs, bottom of the first. Here we go. Chris Harris got a pitch for you. Garcia, get ready for it. You swing it down when that's a 5-1 on 1. Garcia, get Trey home. And Chris Harris got another pitch in there for you. Garcia, get ready for it. And Adolis Garcia asks for a timeout, y'all. And Adolis Garcia get right back to bat to the baseballs. And Chris Harris got another pitch in there for you. Garcia, get ready for it. Riley's catch go. The strike 2 is 0-2. So say just a chance. See there. And Chris Sanders got another pitch in there before you go see. Go wait for it. Riley's catch goes. The ball's 1-2. Yeah, we gotta get the Chris Sanders. I ain't talking about sailing like with sailing the boat, not that SAIL one. The sails like you making a sail on the house. The SALE one. Yeah, cause you know. And Chris Sales got another pitch in there for you go see it, go wait for it. Riley's catch goes the ball 2 is a 2-2. And Chris Sales got another pitch in there for you go see it, go wait for it. You swing it that one, that's a 5 balls, a 2-2. And I got my Phillies up again, y'all. The good luck come. I got some iced tea drinking there, so you know, keep you hydrated this entire game. I'm eating. And Chris Sales got another pitch in there for you go see it, go wait for it. You swing it that one, that's another 5 balls, still 2-2. You guys may see the game I'm playing on the laptop is Enjoy. I only play Enjoy after a week because, you know, I was waiting to get back to play Enjoy after I heard the updates from Fantasia and all that stuff was going on with the game. Before I wanted to start playing again, I want to hear about the updates, and then also I want to update my Enjoy game first before I start playing again because, you know, I took a break from it and playing with playing with the show on the Nintendo Switch too, so that's why I've been doing it because, you know. And Chris Sanders got another pitch in for Detroit to get ready for it. Riley's catching up the ball 3 to 3-2 to full count. And Chris Sanders got another pitch coming for you go see it, get ready for it. You swing it down when that's a 5 balls a 3-2. And the Nintendo Switch is right here, y'all. Yeah, just ain't really playing with it right now, but it's right there, so. And Chris Sanders got another pitch coming for you go see it, get ready for it. You swing it down when that's another 5 balls still 3-2. Yeah, you can't really see the Nintendo Switch because I'm so close there, but you can't really see it. It's right there, so. And Chris Sanders got another pitch coming before you go see it, get ready for it. You swing it that one, that's another 5 ball, still 3-2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 balls, and this is bad for those go see him. And Chris Sanders got another pitch coming before you go see it, get ready for it. Let me say it for the people in the back. Let me say it for the people in the back. And that is ball form. And the Dogs go see it as well to advance the first base for the Phillies. This is the Dogs go see his first walk of the game. So the Phillies have a Dogs go see on first base and Trey Turner on third base. Plays at the corners down. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have JT Realmuto next to bat for the Phillies. We got Benny Perez on first base and third base. 2 outs. Top bottom of the first. Here we go. More JT get on base. Do not strike the hell out. Do not. Chris Sanders got a pitch coming for you, JT. Get ready for it. You swing it down. That's a 5 balls 0-1. What up, Charles B? Charles B, why you didn't come to my stream last night, Charles B? You should have came to the stream last night to see your birds smoke my damn Phillies last night. You should have been in there. And Chris Sanders got another pitch coming for you, JT. Get ready for it. And J.T. Realmuto flies out to the shortstop George Realmuto, and J.T. Realmuto's out. J.T. Realmuto, you 0 for 1, and you stranded Adolis Garcia and Trey Turner on base. Terrible. That's 3 outs for the Phillies. So we still score this game, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of the first, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the second inning, ladies and gentlemen, is the Braves turn the bat. Let's see what the Braves can do. They turn the bat top of the second. And the three Brave players in the bat top of the second will be Austin Riley, Marcelo Devon, and Eli Wayne. Yeah, we don't know about that because the game just started, so nobody has scored yet, so we don't know yet. So we don't know yet. Nobody got no runs yet. So you may get to the three, but you won the first game yesterday, not nothing. So you won the first game. You won the first game, to open up the series. So you know, yeah, you won the first game. So you might get if you get this one at least. Well, I'm not gonna say you will get this one because I ain't gonna want to say that. So coming at the bat for the Braves, you have Austin Riley coming bat for the Braves. The Braves has the Braves, 0 outs. Top of the second, here we go. Because the second pitch, we Austin great boy. His swing ankles right in the grass, not single. Austin Riley will raise the first base for the Braves. Austin Riley singles on singles on the ground ball to left field. Braves wins. Coming up next, the bat for the Braves, we have Marcelo DeLong. Next, the bat for the Braves, got one base player first base. 0 outs. Top of the second, here we go. To the second, got the pitch, DeLong. Running catch, no strike, no one. The second, the pitch, DeLong. Swinging the foul was on 2. And the second, the pitch, DeLong. Running catch, no DeLong, 1 and 2. The second, the pitch, DeLong. Swinging the pitch, not strike 3. Marcelo DeLong is out. Marcelo DeLong, you just got to strike the F out by Chris Sanders. Considering that Braves, they got your first strike for Chris Sanders, 1K. Coming next to bat for the Braves, we have Eli White next to bat for the Braves. We got one Braves player first base. 1 out. Top of the second, here we go. This was saying got a pitch for Eli, running catch another straight with no one. The second, the pitch for Eli, great ball. And Eli White runs out to the shortstop, Trey Turner, good to the first base and rush some in time. Eli White is out. Austin Riley at second base. So coming up next to bat for the Braves, we have what is that? What's his name again? And the next to bat for the Braves, you have Johanna Hill. The next to bat for the Braves, you got one Brave player on second base, 2 outs. Top of the second, here we go. Pittsburgh Sanchez got a pitch to Johanna to go eight forward. Runner catch goes balls with him. Pittsburgh Sanchez got a pitch to Johanna. Runner catch goes strike 1-1. Pittsburgh Sanchez got a pitch to Johanna. Swinging the base, not strike 2-1-2. Pittsburgh Sanchez got a pitch to Johanna to go eight forward. And Johanna Hill, expert time on Johanna Hill, right back in the back box system of base. And the Saints got no pitch with Johanna go for a runner catch goes ball 2-2. And Pittsburgh Saints got no pitch with Johanna go for it. You swing it down with the 5 balls and 2-2. He also worked in the Hawks in the next game. Nice. You know you look. And Christmas Sanchez got another pitch because the boy Johanna go for it. Runner catch goes ball 3 to 3-2 to full count. And Christmas Sanchez got another pitch because the boy Johanna go for it. And Johanna Hill strikes out on the foul too. And Johanna Hill, you gotta strike the F out by Christmas Sanchez because send that breaks, they gotta get yeah. Second strikeout for Christmas Sanchez, 2 games. And that's how you spell him anyways. Heim. That's the answer to the Braves. So the score is the Braves. That's the answer to the Braves. So we still have a score game, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the bottom of the second, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies turn the bat. The Phillies turn the bat at the bottom of the second. And the 3 Philly players go at the bat at the bottom of the second be Alec Boone, Phillies, Reyes, and Amanda Simpson. I know I ain't got my Flyers hat on, but I'm just having just for for purposes of yours and for the own purposes of everything. Since I ain't gonna have my Flyers hat on tonight. Go Flyers, yo! Just for that, I'm just gonna put that right here, just so we go Flyers and stuff. Don't ask why. Just having that for purposes right there. There you go, just for that purposes right there. So there you go. Mhm. Yeah, so you got that right there. So you got no why. There's a reason for that. That's just for purpose reasons. So coming out the bat for the Braves, coming to bat for the Phillies, we have Alec Bohm coming to bat for the Phillies. No Phillies VS Atlanta 0. Bottom of the second. Here we go. First inning of the pitch, we have a great board. And Alec Bohm pops out to the third base to Austin Riley. Alec Bohm is out. Alec Bohm 0 for 1. And coming out next to bat, and his MLB debut, Phillies VS. Coming out the bat for the Phillies. No Philly fans on base. 1 out. Bottom of the second. Here we go. Phillies VS making his MLB debut tonight. Number 29. He did good in the minors in AAA, so he's making his MLB debut tonight, yo. So Chris Sale's got a pitch to the Phillies waiting for Phillies VS expert time, yo. Phillies VS right back the bat on 61 base soon. And Chris Sale's got a pitch to the Phillies waiting for it. Ronnie catch goes, the ball's 1-0. And Chris Sale's got another pitch to the Phillies waiting for it. Ronnie catch goes, the ball 2-0. And Chris Sale's got another pitch to the Phillies waiting for it. And Chris Sale's got another pitch to the Phillies waiting for it. The swing down goes high in the angle, waving at that ball. It's going, gone! Somehow for Fitzgerald hit his first home run in his Major League debut! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Fitzgerald just hit his first Major League home run! Welcome to the goddamn show! Hello! So it's going the Braves has 0-1. The Phillies have 1-1. And the Phillies get their first one score in the bottom of the second thanks to the Phillies round. And Phillies got a hit, 1 for 1, yo. And this is Phillies round's first home run in the major leagues. His first home run in the majors. First home run in the 2026 season on a fly ball to right field. Phillies got hit his first major league career home run. Hello, first of many, because he hit a home. Because Phillies hit home run in AAA the last game he played. Why did we put Fitzgerald on the major league on the open day roster when he was in spring training? Dave Kowalski, hello, yeah, he was doing good in spring training, but you didn't want to put him on the major league open day roster. You see that? You said you got somebody who can hit. You got somebody who can damn hit. Oh, you know that you got somebody who can hit. First major league career home run. Tell you that one. I think everything's about to go right with the world, yo. We got somebody who can hit. We got somebody who can hit. There's somebody who can hit better than Alamo. Yeah, without a camp. And vice is that. Yo, so coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Ron Associates next to bat for the Phillies. No Philly fans on base. 1 out, bottom of the first, here we go. First inning, and the first team out there, one catch going to strike with a 1. First inning, and the first team out there, one catch going to ball with 1. First inning, and the first team out there, swinging the power 1 and 2. First inning, and the first swinging the base and I strike 3. And then Ron Associates out, Monson, you for your first strikeout. First round hit his first home run his major debut in a Phillies uniform. Like, at Century Park, like, that's like, when his friends has been in with his whole top down. Because literally, I like that dude from spring training. Because when Phillies was in spring training doing his thing, I really liked it, that man. He was really good. He been working on his shit in minors, and then he got called up, and now he made that. Like, come on, this is when you know, like, you don't need Alec to come back up and then come back up to the mix ever again. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Brandon Marshall next to bat for the Phillies. No Philly fans on base. 2 outs. Bottom of the second, here we go. And Chris Sale got a pitch in there for Marsh, waiting for right check those balls 1-0. Chris Sale got a pitch in Marsh, swinging at the power 1-1. Chris Sale got a pitch in Marsh, swinging the base at strike 2, 1 and 2. And Chris Sale got a pitch in Marsh, waiting for it. Running catch goes at strike 3. And Brandon Marsh is out. Brandon Marsh, you open 1 with your first strikeout. And that's 3 outs for the Phillies. So the score, the Braves have 0 runs, the Phillies have 1-1. And that's the end of the second, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the third inning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Braves turn the bat. Let's see what the Braves can do. They turn the bat at the top of the third, and that was 1-0 Phillies. And the 3 Braves players do the bat top of the third will be George Manito, Veronica Jr., and Jake Baldwin. We have a chance, y'all. Because this feels like last night's game. Well, it feels like it feels like it feels like that one game series where when somebody hits a home run and then the rest of the team could do anything. It feels like that with the Cubs series. That last game was the third game against the Cubs in Philadelphia, where somebody hits a home run and then the rest of the team couldn't do nothing after that. So maybe this is a spark. Somebody said we need a spark for the team to get them going. Well, you got the right person, and then they go to the right there when they put the camera on him smiling and shit. Like, yeah, I bought somebody that can actually hit some. I did something right. Yeah, David Rossi, I still don't like you. You fall and shit. I want you out of Philadelphia, but you did something right there, making that move right there. Because that was the right move, right move. Because we needed that. That was the right move. And, that really helped us out because it really did. So. Yeah, so I was always saying like, hey, when you do stuff right, it always makes you feel like, hey, at least we get Chris Sanders first once award. I mean, then we get Christmas Sanders first once award, so that's a good start somewhere. So coming at the bat for the Braves, we have Jules ready to come to bat for the Braves. No Braves players on base. 0 top of the third. Here we go. And Chris Sanders got a pitch in there. Green Jules great for the runner catch on strike one. Chris Sanders got a pitch in Jules. Swing the base at strike two, zone two. And Christmas Sanders got another pitch from George going forward. Runner catch goes balls 1 and 2. Christmas Sanders gonna pitch George. Runner catch goes balls 2 and 2. Christmas Sanders gonna pitch George. Runner catch goes balls 3 and 2 to full count. Christmas Sanders gonna pitch George going for a swing and a miss and that's strike three. And George ran into his out. George Manning, you just got strike the F out by Christmas Sanders. Go send that brace leg out. Yeah, yeah. Third strikeout for Christmas Sanders, 3 Ks. Yeah, I was gonna pay attention to you. Coming up next, the rap of the Braves, we have Veronica Jane next to Red Braves, the Braves versus the Braves, here, top of the third, here we go. People saying the pitch, Veronica Jane, people saying the pitch, people saying the pitch, Veronica Jane, swing the ball 1-2, on 1. People saying the pitch, Veronica Jane, swing the ball 1-2. People saying the pitch, Veronica Jane, catch the ball 2-2. People saying the pitch, Veronica Jane, swing the base, not strike during. One could use a strike, use a strike, use a strike out, probably yet again. I'm saying that right there on your year. One strike off because saying it's 4K. Coming next to Red for the Braves, we have Jake Bowling next to Red Braves, the Braves versus the Braves. Two outs, top of the third, here we go. Because we're saying you got a pitch, Jake ready by swing that goes right in the grass, not a single. Jake Bowling will race the first base for the Braves. Jake Bowling singles on the ground ball to the center field of Brandon Rose. To come out next to bat for the Braves, we have Ozzy Ozzy next to bat for the Braves. We got one Brave player second base on first base, two outs, top of the third. Here we go. For the second, got a pitch to Ozzy, running catch good balls now. For the second, a pitch to Ozzy, running catch good ball 2 now. For the second, a pitch to Ozzy, swinging that's 5-1-2-1. For the second, a pitch to Ozzy, swinging the mids, and that's strike 2. It's a 2-2. For the second, a pitch to Ozzy, going for it. And Ozzy reaches on the fielder's choice, and Jake Bowman advances in the second, and Jake Bowman advances second base on the field area by the second base and Martin Sosa. Damn it, Martin Sosa. So Ozzy Osbourne's on first base and Jake Bowman's on second base. What up, Mustangs? Yeah, it's a national televised game, yeah. So coming up next, the bat for the Braves, we have Matt Olson next to bat for the Braves. We got Braves players on first base and second base. Two outs, top of the third. Here we go. The Mercedes got a pitch to the Braves back and ready for it. Runner catches goes the balls 1-0. The Mercedes got a pitch to the runner catches goes the ball 2-0. And they're gonna charge this. Oh, by the way, one thing since you weren't here, the new guy that the newest Phillies player that we just called up to the Bigs, Phillies Reals just hit his first major league home run. They got the Phillies their first run in the game. So and his major league debut, Phillies Reals hit his first major league home run in his debut just to get the Phillies on the board. And Chris was saying he's got that pitch, get a wait for it. Right now, catch goes the ball 3. It's a 3-0. I know, right? And Christmas Saint got no pitch between Meg and Rainbow, and that is ball four. And Matt Olson is ball go against the first base for the Braves. Way to go, Christmas Saint. You watch your first bat of the game, had to be Matt Olson. So the Braves had Matt Olson on first base, Ozzy Osbourne on second base, and Jake Baldwin on third base, bases loaded for the Braves. And here comes Caleb Cobb trying to come to the mound and talk to Christmas Sanders. Maybe that might help. Well, what's that? You were saying that that Sosa needs to get on the bench. But if you bench Sosa, then you put in Bryson Stott back in second base. So you really want to have that because well, who would you rather see play second base? I would take Sosa over Stott anyway because if you bench Ron Sosa, then you want to put Bryson Stott back out to the plate, and Bryson Stott ain't got a good batting average anyway, so you don't want to do that. So when you say bench Sosa, when you say Sosa gets on the bench. So that means you're gonna put Bryson Stott back up there who ain't that good because Bryson Stott can't hit. So yeah, so you don't want to put Bryson Stott back up there because Bryson Stott can't hit anyway. So anyway, you don't want that. So coming up next, the bat for the Braves, we have Austin Riley next to bat for the Braves. Bases loaded for the Braves. 2 outs, top of the third. Here we go. Christopher Sanchez got a pitch in for you. Austin Ray for it. Right now, counting goes strike one zone one. And Christopher Sanchez got a pitch for you. Austin Ray for it. Whatever, they just walked in like, hey, yeah, playing Enzoy, so I'm playing Enzoy, so And by the way, guys, if you didn't know, well, let's go fire. Let's get fired. Let's get fired up, yo. Yeah, had to get, had to do that, yo. And the Fires game is on right now, so it just started, so the game's about to get started, so let's get the Fires up, man. The swing that one goes right to the grass, and that's a single. And Austin Riley will miss the first base for the Braves. And Austin Riley singles on the short ground ball to the pitcher, Christopher Sanchez. And the Meadows and second base, Ozzy Osbourne third base. So Austin Riley's on first base, Madison on second base, Ozzy Osbourne's on third base. Second base voted for the Braves. Oh, and by the way, man, Phillies VS, the guy we just called up today, just hit his first home run in his major league debut. So it's going. The Braves have 1-1. The Braves have 1-1 tie race with each other, and the Braves get their first run score in the top of the third thanks to Drake Baldwin. That was 1-1. Damn. And Moo is up here too. You got the whole crew up in here. You got Star Wars, we got Winston, we got my girlfriend Naomi over here. We got Boo 4962 over here. Yeah, we got that. We got the three most important mods. Star Wars, Winston, and Boo 4962, the three mods and stuff, so Mm-hmm. I got the three best mods anyway. And Christmas Day just stepped out the mail. So coming next to bat for the Braves, we have we're now next to bat for the Braves. Second one for the Braves. 2 outs, top of the third. Here we go. Christmas Sanchez got a pitch in for you. Devon, get ready for it. That ball's in third, ball's one out. Christmas Sanchez got a pitch. Devon, get ready for it. He's swinging that one goes right into the grass, and that's a single. And Marcelo Devon will race the first base for the Braves. And Marcelo Devon singles on a fly ball to the center field of Brandon Marsh. Brandon Marsh should have caught that, and Austin Riley ran second base. So the Braves had Marcelo Devon on first base, and Austin Riley on second base. And the Braves scored another run. So the Braves had 3 runs, the Phillies had 1 run, and the Braves get the third run score in the top of the third, thanks to Ozzy Osbourne. Now the Braves took the damn lead. Yeah, here we go. When you say they fucking so, when you say they fucking so, get too much for the top of the third, thanks to Ozzy Osbourne and Battleson. That was 3-1 for the Braves. Why are we letting this happen? No, I was not familiar with that one. So coming up next, the bat for the Braves, we have Eli Watkins next to bat for the Braves. We got Brave players at first base, second base, 2 outs, top of the third. Here we go. Cleveland Sanchez got a pitch in to be Eli running into his balls now. The second up is Eli swinging the strike one. The second up is Eli swinging the strike two, 1-2. The second up is Eli wait for Eli wait expert Tamio. You know like the weapon in the box is more baseball. The second up is Eli running the balls and does ball 2-2. The second up is Eli running does ball 3-3 full count. The second up is Eli running forward. And Eli White runs out to the shortstop. Trey Turner goes to the first base and right over time. Eli White's out. And that's 3 runs for the Braves. So the Braves had 3 runs. The Phillies have 1 run. And we on to the bottom of the third. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Phillies turn the bad. Let's see the Braves turn the bad at the bottom of the third. And the three Philly players do at the bad at the bottom of the third. Trey Turner, Castro, and Bryce Harper. Trey Turner's 1-for-1 with a stolen base. Castro was 0-for-1 with a strikeout, and Bryce Harper was 0-for-1. Yeah. Right back, y'all. Right back, right back, right back. Get some video. Yeah, Trey taking it out of the Phillies and playing for the Rays. Having a long third, he got first, second, first, three trades, right, kick, strike one. So now, first, trade, right, kick, strike two, 1, 2. First, second, first, trade to the Pirates, to the Olympian. And seeing the one, trade turns out. From the next to the Phillies, we got California, the next to the Phillies. We got play for the Rays, 1 out. Having a third, he got first, second, first, two, run, kick, home run. First, second, first, two, run, kick, ball, 2. Then, first, two, run, kick, ball, 2, 2, 1. Considering the pitches when shooting, they can run the good. Not single cartoon race. The birthday 25 cartoon. Number 2, you. Cartoon was single on the ground, walks the right field, running through you. And then next to that, the Phillies, you got Bryce up next to that, the Phillies. You got 1 free fan for his race, 1 out, round the third. Here we go. First, second, first, three, Bryce, right, catch, 1, 1. First, second, the first, three, Bryce, right, catch, 1, 1, 2. Considering the first, three, Bryce, right, catch, strike 2, strike 1, 2, 1. Considering the first, three, Bryce, swing, the race, strike 2, 2, 2. Considering the first, three, Bryce, swing, the 5, 1, 2, 2. Considering the first, three, Bryce, swing, the 5, 1, 2, 2. Considering the first, three, Bryce, swing, the 5, 1, 2, 2. Considering the first, three, Bryce, right, catch, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Considering the first, three, Bryce, swing, the 5, 1, 2, 2. Considering the first, three, Bryce, swing, the 5, 1, 2, 2. So it was not striking, Bryce over the for the next event of the Phillies, we had a nose that seemed for the Phillies at 1 free very on first base. Two outs, 5 million. The second pitch, let's see, what the following one. The second pitch, let's see, we catch 1. The second pitch, let's see, swing the a strike to 1 2. The second pitch, let's see, let's see, lines out to the right fielder. One could do an SPO to the Phillies. And so is the Braves got 3 runs. The Phillies got 1 run. That's in the third. We just move on to the fourth. Big jump is the Braves to the red. Let's see the Braves leave it to the red top of the board. And the 3 Bay plays the red top of the board will be Jonah Hill, George Randall, and Ronnie Cleary Jr. Yeah, I can't say they didn't, so so come on the red for the Braves. We have Jonah Hill for the red for the Braves. The Braves for the Braves 0 outside of 14 0. The president said you're going to victory. You hate the money catch the strike 1. The president said you're going to victory. You hate the money catch the strike 2 and 2. The president said you're going to victory. You hate the money catch the 1 and 2. The president said you're going to victory. You're going to swing with the strike 3. And your name is out. You just strike 5 because the president and go back to the first time because it's 5Ks. So till the next event for the Rays we have George Reed the next event Rays away for the Rays 1 out. Top of the board he will continue the first George because World Cup. The second the first George swing with straight 1. The second the first George Reed the ground out to the first base and Bryce Harper to when they first to the picture first the second the first Dragon time and George Reed was out. So the next event for the Rays you have Ronnie Cleary Jr. Next event for the Rays you got no great face of Rays 2 outs. Top of the board he will. If it's saying the first year, Ronnie Cleary Jr. Rays swing like a running grass not to see him. And Ronnie Cleary Jr. makes the first base for the Rays. Ronnie Cleary Jr. seems on the ground ball to the left field Phoenix Rams. The total next to bat for the Braves, we have Jake Bowman next to bat the Braves. We got 1 big player first base, 2 outside the ball. Him down. The same to the first Jake running catch the strike on the 1. The same to the first Jake running catch the swing the strike 2 on 2. The same to the first Jake swing the strike 3. And Jake Bowman is out. Jake Bowman just strike that 5 by 15 yeah. And then sitting at the Braves that are in 6 because the same is 6K. And that's 3 outs for the Braves. Let's go to the Braves at 3 runs. The Phillies at 1 run. And moving on to the bottom of the board, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Phillies turn the back. Let's see what the Phillies need to turn it at the bottom of the board. And the 3 Philly players to at the bottom will be J. Terry, Alabama, Phillies Real. Alabama was over, and J. Terry was over 1. Alabama was over 1. And Phillies Real is over 1 with a home run and a run. So coming up the bat for the Phillies, we have JT Reed coming the bat for the Phillies. No Philly pass on Rays. 0, top of the board. Here we go. And first I'm gonna pitch for JT Reed, but one kick goes strike number one. First I'm gonna pitch to JT Reed, that's strike to zone two. First I'm gonna pitch to JT Reed for one. And JT Reed flies out to the left fielder. What's going to do more than JT Reed down? JT Reed 0 for 2. So coming up next to have the Phillies, we have Alabama next to have the Phillies. No Philly pass on Rays. One out, round the board. Here we go. Chris Sale's gonna pitch to him for Alec Wayne board. Running catch goes balls 1 out. And Chris Sale's gonna pitch to him for Alec Wayne for running catch goes strike 1 for 1. And Chris Sale's gonna pitch to Alec Wayne for Alabama grounds out to the third base and Austin Riley who do the first with Adams in time. Alabama's out. Alabama's over 2. Alabama, you over 2. And you batting out. Alabama is over 2 and his batting average just dropped down to 132. Alabama sucks. Why is Bob keep in Alabama's damn freaking game? He's batting 132. Like what? Like really? Are we just not learning from last night? So coming on next to bat for the Phillies, we have Phillies Reds next to bat for the Phillies. No penny pairs on base. 2 outs. The bottom of the board. Here we go. Chris Harris got a pitch. Gonna be Phillies great boy. And Venezuela flies out to the center fielder, Eli White. And Venezuela is Venezuela is 1 for 2. And that's 3 outs to the Phillies. So the score is the Braves have 3 runs. The Phillies have 1 run. That's the end of the fourth, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the 5th inning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Braves turn the red. Let's see the Braves and the turn the red Tyler Fame. The 3 Braves players, the red Tyler Fame, Ozzie Osby, Meadows, and Austin Riley. And then my good name is probably watching this. Still, babe, if you're still watching the stream, let me know. Say, write something in the chat if you're still watching the stream or not. Oh, there you go. Because I was wondering where you're not saying anything. So, there you got my Philly stuff again. Just got my order too, yeah. Let's see. Another podcast just started, so the podcast probably ain't got no rules yet, because I hope they do get it, because we need it anyway. And by the way, guys, Holly and Dave just adopted a baby, adopted a little girl named Briz Cavell, but we changed her name to Donna Adams. And the reason why I named the child Enzoe for the Holly and Dave Donna, because I used the name Donna because I watched Doctor Who, and if you know who Donna Who is, Donna was is the 10th Doctor's companion. And so I gave the child the first name called Donna. So you want to know that reason for that one? Mm-hmm. Just bad. Could have had. So yeah, the first kid is Jasper Adams was the one that already have, and then the second kid they adopted. I named Donna. So first name Donna, last name Adams. So there you go. If you want to know that. Coming up next, the bat for the Braves. We got other guys. We next to bat for the Braves. The Braves has some big zeros. Top of the fifth. Here we go. And man, Star Wars is trying to tell you that our manager Rod Thompson is terrible. So I just want to let you know that. So you can kind of have an idea for that reason. So our manager is terrible. So you know, Rod Thompson is just like the worst manager of all in baseball. So yeah, maybe it's just trying to hold on to hope. I know that. No, he's saying the manager Rod Thompson is terrible. Talking about our manager though. Yeah, he said our manager Rod Thompson making bonehead decisions. He's talking about the manager though. Yeah. You think the manager's terrible because the manager making these bonehead decisions. So and Christmas Sanchez got a pitch in the reality way board. And Christmas Sanchez got a pitch reality way board. Swing that goes right to the ground. That's single. All the others will advance the first base for the Braves. All the others be single on line drive to the right field. Those go see him. Thank you, those who can catch that. Coming in next to bat for the Braves, we have Madison next to bat for the Braves. We got one base player on first base. Zeros, top of the pin. Here we go. The saying that officially made running swinging the Formula One. The saying that officially made running kick the Formula One. The saying that officially made swinging the Formula One too. The saying that officially made swinging the not strike doing Madison got in the zone. Madison, you just got to strike the half out by Chris Sanders and get it in, yeah. 7 strike out by Chris Sanders at 7 Ks. Coming in next to bat of the Braves, we have Austin Riley next to bat of the Braves. We got one way player first base. One out, top of the fifth. Here we go. As we're saying, you got a pitch swing, Austin Ray running right now catching goes balls 1-0. As we're saying, you got a pitch swing, Austin swinging the miss and strike 1-1. As we're saying, you got a pitch swing, Austin Ray right now catching goes the ball 2-1. As we're saying, there's got a pitch swing, Austin Ray win. And Austin Riley flies out to the right field, and those go see it. Austin Riley's out. Yeah, I wanted you to stay the stream though. Man, it would be nice to have somebody, at least have you for like, for a confidence boost. I know Star Wars and everybody else helping, but and my girl here will make me feel much better because, right now I'm just gonna be feeling like once you go, then I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be like sad again because Star Wars can do much you do to kind of, make it feel better, but you go, then it's not gonna feel better. Yeah, so. Yeah, so coming up next, the bat for the Braves, you have Masoon, Duran, coming up to the bat for the Braves. You got one way playing first base, 2 outs, top of the fifth. Here we go. Chris Sanders got a pitch, and everybody Duran, wait for Masoon, Duran flies out to the right field, and those gonna see it, foul territory. Masoon, Duran is out. That's 3 outs for the Braves. So it's going, the Braves have 3 runs, the Phillies have 1 run, that's moving on to the bottom of the fifth, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies turn the bat. Let's see what the Phillies do. Turn the bat at the bottom of the fifth. The three Phillies do up the bat at the bottom of the fifth. We have Marlon Sosa, Brandon Marsh, and Trey Turner. And Marlon Sosa open on the strikeout. Brandon Marsh open on the strikeout. And Trey Turner is 1-2 with a stolen base. It ain't not pretty much ready going to stay this time because, Baby's going to stay because that is not pretty much better now. Yeah, come on, Flyers. It's the freaking Penguins. Come on, now. Damn. You probably didn't know the paper was just knocking him off into the damn freaking ice. Oh, that, ooh, man, because it wasn't a fight about to start because everybody was saying, like, ooh, it's about to be a fight about to start somewhere. Damn, damn. So come up the bat for the Phillies. We have Ronald Sosa going to bat for the Phillies. No Philly bats on base. 0 else batting the fifth. Here we go. Chris Sale's got a pitch swing on the swing and miss. A strike 1-1. And Chris Sale's got another pitch swing on the going for a swing at the power 0-2. Wait, we talking about the damn Dodgers, damn pages. The Dodgers, I hate them, man. Like they just screw everything up because they causing a lockout for next year. So we gonna have no baseball and shit. And yeah, But and MLB want to do the stupid. The MLB wants to do a stupid salary cap thing for next year. And also the Dodgers the reason for that. They keep buying players. So yeah. So that's why that. And Chris got another pitch swing around the grave boy. He swings out and goes right into the grass, and that's a single. And Bonner Stokes advance the first base for the Phils. And Bonner Stokes got a hit, and Bonner got a hit. He got a hit. He's 1 for 2, y'all. And Bonner Stokes has singles on a soft ground ball to the pitcher Chris Sales. Yeah, Sosa. We didn't see Chris Sales accolades right now. We didn't see all that. Okay, and we don't need to see all that accolades. And President of Fishing was the power one. President of Fishing was drinking the old one. President of Fishing was drinking. Brandon Moss, why would you go into a double play? And Brandon Moss got into a double play. Shortstop Jules ran into the first base and Adelson. And Amanda Stokes is out at second base. And Brandon Moss is out. And Brandon Moss is out at first base. Coming up next about the Phillies, we got Trey Turner next about the Phillies. So Brandon Moss on base. Who else? Bottom of the fifth, here we go. Chris Sale's got a pitch for Trey Gray Boy. Running catch goes balls well. And Chris Sale's gonna officially Trey Gray Boy. Running catch goes ball 2-2 though. Chris Sale's gonna officially Trey Gray Boy. He's swinging out with the ball. Chris Sale's got another pitch to Trey Gray Boy. Running catch goes balls well. Chris Sale's gonna officially Trey Gray catch goes ball 2-2 though. Chris Sale's gonna officially Trey Gray Boy. He's swinging out the five balls at 2-1. And Chris Sale's gonna officially Trey Gray Boy. And Chris Sale's got another pitch getting for Trey Gray Boy. He's swinging out when the running catch goes ball 3. It's a 3-1. And Chris Sale's got another pitch getting for you Trey Gray Boy. He's swinging out with the five balls at 3-2 to full count. And Chris Sale's got another pitch getting for Trey Gray Boy. And Trey Turner pops out to the first base and rattles in foul territory. And Trey Turner's out. Trey Turner, you 1 for 3. And he's stranded Rostos on base. That's 3-0 to the Phillies. So it's going the Braves have 3 runs. The Phillies have 1-1. That's the end of the fifth, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the sixth inning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Braves turn to bat. Let's see the Braves need to turn to bat top of the sixth. The three Braves plays in the bat top of the sixth with Eli White, behind him, and Jules Reed. Right there you go. And mixing yet again. I'm back, guys. I'm back. I ain't gonna say what this one. Oh, here we go. I'm back, guys. Coming to the bat for the Braves, we have Eli White in the bat for the Braves. No White plays the Braves, 0 outs, top of the 6, here we go. Because the Saints got a pitch for Eli White, catch the strike with a 1. Because the Saints no pitch for Eli White. Eli White passes and right field, no one's going to see Eli White's out. Coming on next to bat for the Braves, we have Johanna Hill next to bat for the Braves. No White plays the Braves. 1 out, top of the 6, here we go. Because the Saints got a pitch for Johanna, the White pitch that goes away the wall. Johanna runs out first, stop saying Johanna got a double on this. Johanna second double on the 26 season on line drive to the left field and finish rails. Coming up next to bat for the Braves, you got Jules Reed looking next to bat for the Braves. You got one right player at second base. 1 out, top of the 6, here we go. Because the Saints got a pitch gonna be George Water catching the strike on the 1. Second one, George Walls the Jerry Walls on the 1. The second one, George Water get swinging away strike 1 2. The second one, George Water catching the balls and Jerry Walls 2 2. The second one, George Water catching on the strike 3. And George Reed was out. And that's 3 outs for the Braves. And George was right in the Braves like, yeah. It's an 8 strike percent AK. Coming next to bat for the Braves, you have Ronnie Cooley Jr. next to bat for the Braves, and one big fan on first base and second base, 2 outs, top of the 6 0. Who's taking the first you want to catch one blue? Who's taking the first you want to catch one 2? Who's taking the first you want to catch one strike on 2 1? Who's taking the first you want to swing the foul 2 2? Who's taking the first you want you want to run the balls and does roll 3 2 from count? Who's taking the first you want and Cook saying that you want to be good, but one Cook runs out to the third base, out of home to the first base, and Bryce Harper. And one Cook is down. That's the yards for the Braves. So the Braves at 3 was the Phillies at 1 1 to the bottom of the 6 they do. The Phillies turn the back, let's see the Phillies even turn it at the bottom of the 6. The 3 Phillies players who at the bottom of the 6, Charles Hill and Bryce Harper, those will see you. Coming up the bat for the Phillies, we have Charles Hill to the bat of the Phillies, no Phillies, no Braves, 0 outs, bottom of the 6, here we go. We need some help out here. Right? My girlfriend left the stream too. Now this just makes me mad. Now that part makes me mad right now. The life really enlarged. And I got some terrible news too that I'm not saying on stream because one, it's not good news either, so I'm not saying on stream. So, and considering the history, so I'm going to get more than considering the history, so I'm going to get more too. Considering the history, so I'm going to get straight 1 2 1. Considering the history, so I'm swinging straight to 2. Considering the history, swinging the 5 1 2 2. Considering the history, so Castro runs out to the picture. Considering the puts to the first base and Reynolds at the same time. And Castro was down. Castro, you 1 for 3. Coming up next to bat the Phillies, you have Bryce Harper next to bat the Phillies. No Phillies, Bills, and Rays. 1 out, top 5 of the 6 in game. And Cook's going to pitch the Bryce, swinging the 5 on 1. Cook's going to pitch the Bryce, swinging the strike on 2. Cook's going to pitch the Bryce, swinging the 5 on 2. Cook's going to pitch the Bryce, running can go to strike 3. Bryce Harper's out. And Bryce Harper, you 0 for 3 with your second strikeout. Coming next to bat for the Phillies, we have those Garcia next to bat the Phillies. No Phillies, Bills, and Rays. 2 outs, 5 of the 6 here we go. Considering the history, Garcia on the catch on below. Considering the history, Garcia and those Garcia pods out to shortstop Jules Reed and those Garcia down. How come Bryce Hall was batting 3 for 4 last night? Now Bryce Hall was batting 0 for 3 with a second strikeout. Come on, damn. And those Garcia is 0 for 10, but he's 0 for 10 with a wall. And that's 3 outs for the Phillies. So let's go with the Braves had 3 runs. The Phillies had 1 run. That's the end of the 6 inning, gentlemen. We're on to the 7 inning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Braves to the bat. Let's see what the Braves do to the bat top of the 7. And the 3 Braves players in the bat top of the 7 will be Jake Baldwin, Ozzy Osbourne, and Matt Olson. The big chase with Phillies, the Cookie State, the pitching night comes pitching the Phillies. We hold you up, Jose. And for the best substitution, Rapping with Sean when we play J2 and 2, batting fifth, playing catching. So the Cookie Stage was 16 pitch, 8 hits, 3 runs, 0 runs, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, 0 home runs, and 1.59 ERA. Come at the bat for the Braves. We have Jake Bowles the bat for the Braves. The Braves face on Rays. Zeros. Top of the 7. Here we go. What's the rather going to pitch to Drake? When they catch the strike with the 1. What's the rather going to pitch to Drake? Saying the power was on 2. And Drake and Jose rather going to pitch to Drake. Great forward. And Jake Bowles grounds out to the shortstop territory to do it to the first base and vice versa time. And Drake Bowles is down. And Jake Bowles is down. So coming up next, the bat for the Braves, we have Ozzy Osbourne go next to bat for the Braves. No Braves players on base. One out, top of the 7. Here we go. Jose Aldo got a pitch getting over Ozzy going forward. Ooh, that's 100 miles per hour. Right now, catching going to strike 1 is on 1. And Jose Aldo got another pitch getting over Ozzy going forward. You swing that one as a foul ball is 0-2. And Jose Aldo got another pitch for Ozzy going forward. And Ozzy Osbourne grounds out to the third base elbow, who do it to the first base and vice versa time. And Ozzy Osbourne's down. What do you mean? What's that? What are you saying? I'm warning you. Warning who? You mean me? And coming up next, the bat for the Braves. We have Meadows next to bat for the Braves. The Braves plays on Braves. 2 outs, top of the 7. Here we go. And Jose Aldo got a pitch to the back. Ray forward. Swinging the mids, and that strike 1 is 0-1. Oh, okay. Well, I don't want you and Star Wars to be fighting because y'all, we're all family here. And we don't want y'all to be fighting. And Jose Aldo got a pitch to the back. Ray forward. Right now, Cassie Jones balls 1-1. Well, what's that? If you read what Star Wars just wrote right there in the chat, you probably ain't gonna like what he just wrote. And Jose Aldo got a pitch to the back. Ray forward. Right now, Cassie Jones balls 2-1. And Jose Aldo got a pitch to the back. Ray forward. And swinging at it, bounces on top of the wall. And Meadows went around first, stop at second. And Meadows got a W. And this is Meadows' 10th double on the 2026 season on a 5-0 to the right fielder. A dog's gonna see it. A dog's gonna see it, really? Yeah, I got no words right now. I knew Winstats would say, there goes the dog gonna see it again. Can't catch in the outfield again. Right there, right there. And this is the first time I've seen the ballpark on TV. They always have the red and white, blue. You talking about the bell that we always ring for, like when we hit the home run? You talking about? That's the one you talking about? And coming up next, the bat for the Braves, we have Austin Riley next to the bat for the Braves. We got one base player second base, 2 outs, top of the 7. Here we go. Austin Riley got a pitch for Austin going for it. Right now, catch goes the balls 1-0. And Austin Riley got a pitch for Austin going for it. Swinging the mids, and that strike 1 is a 1-1. Yeah, that's the bell. The bell. They always put whenever whenever it's nighttime and stuff, and somebody hits a home run and it's nighttime, they turn the lights on the Liberty Bell. So after somebody hits a home run, the bell lights up for like night games and stuff. Because when we have day games, the Liberty Bell's not lit up, so because it's a day game. So but at night for night games, the Liberty Bell gets lit up. It lights up when you hit a home run at the night game. So. And Jose Alvarado got another pitch coming for you. Austin going for it. He's swinging that with the foul was 1-2. And Jose Alvarado got another pitch for you. Austin going for it. Swing the miss, not strike three. And Austin Alvarado out. Austin Alvarado, you just got strike the F out by Jose Alvarado. Go sit in that buddy dugout. Yeah. First strikeout for Jose Alvarado, 1K. And that's 3 runs for the Braves. So it's going the Braves had 3 runs. The Phillies had 1 run. And we went on to the bottom of the 7th, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies turn the bag. Let's see what the Phillies do. Turn at the bottom of the 7th. And the Dream Philly Braves do at the bag. The bottom of the 7th will be Rap Him with Sean, Alabama, and Phillies Rail. And Rap Him with Sean is that way. Alabama's 0 for 2. And Phillies Rail is 1 for 2 with a home run, RBI, and a run. Well, Star Wars, you did call it. You said the Phillies will get beat out by the Braves. They might take game 2. Because they might just take this one and make it the 14th win tonight. And then it just be like, say, it ain't sick and so. And then you just might just put that in the level of like. Well, like Bryce Harper did say that in his interview yesterday, the other day. Bryce Harper did say that the Phillies need to start winning games this season because there's going to be a lockout next season. So the Phillies got to start winning games right now and get into the postseason, make it to the World Series, and try to win it this season because there's going to be no baseball next season because of the stupid MLB lockout and the salary cap shit that the MLB commission wants to do when the Dodgers buying up all players and shit. So I'm just gonna say this, guys. This will be the last MLB season that we'll have for baseball, y'all. The 2026 season will be the last and will be the last MLB season for now because the lockout's having next year. So and we know how long that lockout for next year is gonna last. So we don't know how that's gonna go. Yeah, we don't know how it's gonna last. So we better enjoy it while we got baseball this year. The next year is a lockout. So yeah, so which is gonna suck so bad. So yeah, it's gonna suck so bad right now. So I'm just so mad about this. So okay, so coming at the bat for the Phillies, we have Raphael Machon at the bat for the Phillies, and playing for some eggs, 0 outs, 5-7. Here we go. First thing gonna pitch to Raphael, running catch goes goal low. First thing gonna pitch to Raphael, running catch goes strike 1. First thing gonna pitch to Raphael, running catch goes strike 2-1-2. First thing gonna pitch to Raphael, running catch goes strike 3. Swinging the miss, that's strike 3, and Raphael Machon is out. Raphael Machon, you 0 for 1 with your 0 for 1. Raphael Machon, you 0 for 1 with your first strikeout. I know next year I'm gonna be so mad. I can't. I'm gonna miss see my Phillies play. See my Phillies playing on TV next year. Oh my God! February and March of next 2027 is gonna be boring because it's gonna be no spring training in February 2027. No Phillies 2027 season in the end of March. It's gonna be the February of 2027 supposed to be spring training for the Phillies. March and end of March supposed to be the 2027 season for the Phillies to start. That ain't gonna happen. So all we're gonna have is just we're gonna just have the NBA with the Sixers, and we're gonna have that. we're gonna have the fire season happening next year, and then and we are gonna have we're gonna have the Phillies, we're gonna have the Eagles regular season and regular season coming up for this year, the way until February 27th, like the Sixers gonna have their regular season starting in August of this year, and all the way into September, from September all the way into until and all the way to like January, and then then when we get into December, then get into the playoffs for the NFL from January, and then February will be the Super Bowl and shit, and after and then after that we won't even have baseball. So the only season that will be starting up, that will be happening this year into next year will be will be the NBA's next season, 2026 season. We'll have that the 20 season for the NFL, and then we gotta wait till next year for the freaking hockey to come back, and then then all that stuff. So it's like literally like the Phillies fans are gonna be so bored next year. No baseball. That's gonna be just like it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be bad for the players too, because the lockdown's gonna keep them from making money anyway for them to even play. So yeah, so coming up next to have the Phillies, we have Alabama next to have the Phillies, no Philly fans on base. Zeros, top bottom of 7. Here we go. Chris Sale gonna pitch the Alex running catch goes straight with one. Chris Sale gonna pitch the Alex away from the Alabama and swing that will right to the grass. Not the single. Alabama will advance to first base for the field. Alabama got a hit. He's 1 for 3 on. Alabama singles on the ground ball to the center field, and Michael Harris the second. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Phillies Reals. The next to bat for the Phillies, we got 1 for first base, 1 out, bottom of 7. Here we go. First Sale's gonna pitch for Phillies. That ball's in dirt, ball's 1 out. First Sale's gonna pitch for Phillies. Running catch goes straight with 1-1. First Sale's gonna pitch for Phillies. Running catch goes ball 2-2-1. First Sale's gonna pitch for Phillies. Get ready for it. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. It's a 2-2. Well, they already said that it's going to be a lockout next year anyway. They already said that's going to happen anyway. The MLB already confirmed that it is going to be one anyway. Because they're trying to do the whole salary cap thing that all the MLB players are not happy about. And, and then also the Dodgers collecting so many players. So all that stuff really is one thing that's going to be bad. Because, so all that's happening. So, and then the pitcher Chris Sale steps on the mound. And Chris Sale's got another pitch going to be Phillies get ready for it. You swing that one, that's the 5 balls to 2-2. Because, there is going to be a lockout, because I know this, and I read it somewhere. I was like, oh, you kidding me? Look at the saying, so what's it? It did say that in this case, a lockout is expected to happen. I said an MLB lockout is expected after the 2026 season and could threaten games in 2027. So after the MLB season ends, and when the last game when the MLB season ends in freaking September, then we got the postseason, and then after the postseason, we're gonna have the World Series. We got the postseason, and then from October all the way until we get to whenever the World Series happens. And once the World Series is over, once the postseason, the World Series happens, then the MLB is going to go into the off season, and then they're going straight into a lockdown, and then it goes to a lockout, and then the lockout's going to continue in the off season. The lockout is going to start from when the playoffs for the MLB is over, and then after the baseball playoffs, the MLB playoffs is done, and the World Series is over, then the MLB organization, the MLB league the Major League Baseball is going to go into a lockout once the regular season and the playoffs for the MLB is over, and then the World Series has concluded. once the playoffs conclude and the World Series concluded, then we're gonna have an MLB lockout, which is sad. So the MLB commission is gonna wait till the World Series it happens and it's over with. Once the playoffs start, we're gonna have the playoffs and everything for the baseball stuff. And then once whoever wins the World Series, then after that it's gonna be no more baseball, and then we're gonna go straight to a lockdown right after that. They say after the season ends. That means if you do that, if you have a lockout after the season, that means you won't have no postseason then. Oh my god. I just thought about it, just reading that, just reading that just doesn't make sense. That means it could affect all the games in 2027. So technically, this is bad. So yeah. So everything can go wrong or whatever. But this is just like one of those situations where okay. So anyways, let's start getting fees down. Here's where you want for doing. Come to the next event of Phillies. You have model so next event of Phillies. No Philly event of Phillies. Zeros. The one thing for first base. 2 outs. Top of the 7. Here we go. First take of the pitch. On the way for the model so fires out to the first base of Hamilton. The model so is down. And that's also down. Model so you 1 for 3. That's 3 outs to the Phillies. So it's going to the Braves at 3 outs. The Phillies at 1 is in the 7th, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the 8th, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Braves to the Braves. Let's see the Braves to the Braves top of the 8th. And the 3 main players in the red top of the Eagle League, Marcelo Devon, Eli White, and Johanna Hill. This is just a bad look. I just feel like when things go wrong, you can't go wrong, right? So come at the bat for the Braves. So pitching change with face. Jose Alvarez and pitcher tonight. Come to pitch the Braves. Taylor Braves. Come at the bat for the Braves. We have Marcelo Devon going to bat for the Braves. The Braves plays the Braves. 0 top of the 8th. Here we go. Taylor Braves going to pitch to you. Devon Rodney comes to balls around. Taylor makes an pitch you on Roddy catching on strike 1. And Taylor makes an pitch you on swing at 5 1 and 2. And Taylor makes an pitch you on Roddy catching the ball 2 and 2. And Taylor makes an pitch you on swing and miss on strike 3. And so the ball is out. Then the ball you just got struck the F out by Taylor Bay. I'm seeing that break there go, yeah. First strikeout for Taylor Bay's 1K. Coming next to that for the Braves, we have Eli White connects to that the Braves. The Braves players on base. One out, top 8. Here we go. Taylor Bates and pitch to Eli running catch goes strike 1. Taylor Bates and then pitch to Eli running catch goes balls 1. And Taylor Bates and then pitch to Eli go ready for one. Running swing is probably 1 and 2. Taylor Bates and then pitch to Eli get ready for one. Swing and miss and that's strike 3. And Eli White is out. You know what? You just got struck the F out by Taylor Bates. I'm sitting there Bates. They go, yeah. Second strike out for Taylor Bates, 2 Ks. And coming up next, the bat for the Braves, we have Johanna Hill connects the bat for the Braves. The Braves plays on base, 2 outs, top of the 8th. Here we go. Taylor Bates got a pitch, going to play Johanna, get ready for it. Right now, catch goes strike 1 is 0 and 1. And Taylor Bates got a pitch, going to play Johanna, get ready for it. He swing that one goes right into the grass, and that's a single. And Johanna Hill will base the first base for the Braves. Johanna Hill singles on the short line drive to the right fielder, and no one's going to see him. So coming up next, the bat for the Braves, we have Michael Harris the second coming next to bat for the Braves. No, you got one Brave player on first base, 2 outs, top of the 8th. Here we go. Second base, got a pitch, gonna bring Michael Harris the second, get ready for it. Right now, catcher goes, the ball's 1-0. And center base, got another pitch, gonna bring Michael Harris the second, get ready for it. Right now, catcher's going to strike one is 1-1. And center base, got another pitch, gonna bring Michael Harris the second, get ready for it. Right now, catcher goes, the ball 2 is a 2-1. And center base, got another pitch, gonna bring Michael Harris the second, get ready for it. He swing at that when it's a 5 balls and 2-2. And Chris and Taylor Bates got another pitch gonna bring Michael Harris second, get ready for it. Right now catcher goes the ball 3 is a 3-2, that's a full count. And Taylor Bates got another pitch gonna bring Michael Harris second, get ready for it. And that is ball 4. And Michael Harris second got walked and will miss the first base for the Braves. Way to go, Taylor Bates. You walk your first bat again, Michael Harris second. So the Braves got Michael Harris second on first base, and you're ahead of him on second base. The Phillies do the mountain visit. Here comes Caleb Cobb yet again. Toward the Taylor Banks. Oh, man. You can't touch an outside to catch anything. Oh, Chris can't get it. Everybody can't get it. Like Mike just said, what the. So coming up next, the bat for the Braves, we have Avani Cooler Jr. Coming next, the bat for the Braves. We got Brave players on first base, second base. 2 outs, top of the 8th. Here we go. And center base got a pitch in the boy, Avani Cooler Jr. The way for it. Right now, catching those balls 1-0. And center base got another pitch in the boy, Avani Cooler Jr. The way for it. I don't know the place when the times is. Well, the times the call. Yeah, we times the call. And that's a ball. When the catch goes the ball 2-2 now. Taylor base got another pitch where you run it, couldn't do wait for it. You swing it out when it's a foul ball to 2-1. And Taylor base got another pitch coming for you. Ronald couldn't do wait for it. Right now catch goes the ball 3 is a 3-1. He says, so he said, Banks, you started this inning good. He did. They got somebody walked and stuff, but hey. And Taylor base got another pitch coming for you. Ronald couldn't do wait for it. They one of the characters. Oh, yeah. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Is a 3-2 is a full count. And Braves got another pitch to Ronald Acuna Jr. Great boy. The Ronald Acuna Jr. asked for Tommy on the Ronald Acuna Jr. Right back in the basement. Right back in the basement. Right back in the basement. Hits him with baseball. And Braves got another pitch to Ronald Acuna Jr. Great boy. And that is ball for him. And Ronald Acuna Jr. is walking the the first base for the Braves. Way to go, Braves. Walking second back of the game had to be Ronald Acuna Jr. The Braves got Ronald Acuna Jr. on first base. Michael Harris the second on second base. And Johanna Ham on third base. Base loaded for the Braves yet again. Really? 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 So coming up next, the bat for the Braves, we had Jake Baldwin. Next, the bat for the Braves, we got base load for the Braves. 2 outs, top of the 8. Here we go. Tanner Braves got a pitch for Drake. Ready for his swing. That was a foul ball on 1. And Tanner Braves got another pitch for Drake. Ready for it. You swung at that one. That's a foul ball on 2. Come on, Banksy. And Tanner Braves got another pitch for you, Drake. Ready for it. Right now, catch goes the balls 1 and 2. Man, yeah, you can. Well, I played this whole baseball game on Rod Thompson, Kevin Long, Dave Kowalski, and the damn Phillies players, cause there's more. They left this whole game room. And 10 base got another pitch to Drake Rayboy. He swung that was a foul ball to 1 and 2. And 10 base got another pitch to Drake Rayboy. He swung that that's another foul ball, still 1 and 2. And 10 base got another pitch to Drake Rayboy. And Jake Baldwin grounds out to the shortstop Trey Turner, who threw it to the first base and right time in time. And Jake Baldwin is down. That's 3 outs for the Braves. So it's going. The Braves have 3 runs. The Phillies have 1 run. Moving on to the bottom of the 8th, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies turn the bat. Let's see what the Phillies do. Let's turn the bat at the bottom of the 8th. The 3 Philly players see what the bat at the bottom of the 8th be. Brandon Marsh, Trey Turner, and Kyle Stewart. Brandon Marsh is 0 for 2 with strikeout. Trey Turner is 1 for 3 with stolen base. Kyle Stewart is 1 for 3 with strikeout. Oh, and by the way, guys, as the Philly Nation just said on X, that JT Realmuto has exited. It said the Philly Nation said on X that JT Realmuto exited the game early with lower back tightness. Great, JT had to leave the game with lower back tightness, and that's why Rapper Stone's in the game. Damn it, JT. I remember last time JT got left the game early because he got hit with a baseball in his foot. And then, then Rabbit had to come into a game. Not tonight. JT has more back tightness and that Rabbit was on the game. Really? JT was starting off this game really good. And then as soon as he got a tightness in his back, he now got put in Rabbit on. Really? This is when like, damn, is JT getting injury prone or something? Because this is just not good. Like, nothing can go right, And your starting catcher who's in the line for the game gets the back tightness, then you really get to put the backup catcher in there. It's just like, well, you didn't expect that to happen. And we desperate again. And we got to go there and eventually for Brandon Marsh. Wow. Desperation is there. So pitching change for the Braves. Chris Sanders done pitch for the night. Coming to pitch for the Braves to be Dylan Lee. Oh, we got the matchup of Dylan versus Dylan. Lee versus Moore. Oh, we got the battle of the Dylans going on, y'all. So first substitution for the Phillies. Dylan Moore is going to pitch it for Brandon Marsh. So coming up the bat for the Phillies, we have Dylan Moore coming back for the Phillies. No Philly fans are made. 0 outs, bottom of the 8th. Here we go. Dylan Lee got a pitch getting there for you Moore. Get ready for it. Rodney Kessler going to strike one to 0-1. And Dylan Lee got another pitch getting there for you Moore. Get ready for it. Rodney Kessler going to strike two is 0-2. And then we're gonna pitch for you. You I'm trying to watch the game. I'm gonna watch the game. Like watching the baseball game. Dang. You know what I'm saying? I thought the last night, with the time I was saying nothing all day. Which I didn't want to do today. So I take it on. I'm like, I don't say nothing. Yeah, for the rest of my I don't think I want to say it. Yeah, we do the same thing. So we all do the same thing. Not one person needs to get up. I would say, that's the other one. I want to take the whole thing. Because, yeah, I did a lot today. I got cleaned a lot, so my body was tired of the cleaning. Once I cleaned a lot today, I didn't have the energy burning hills. Once I cleaned those days, that was like this in. I did a lot today, so you know. Like you cleaned a lot today. You got time to do everything else. You worry about like hair and all this stuff. Cause the only thing I did, I washed clothes today. I cleaned the bathroom, took out the trash. That's a lot. Those are a lot. That's a lot I did. So I had the energy to even take out the hair, so they had the energy for that. So people don't understand when you give somebody a lot of tasks to do, their body gets tired after doing all that. That's a lot of work they did. So so the hair thing was like I didn't have the energy to even do that because then it was like once I did everything I was supposed to do, I was like I didn't have no energy for anything else. I didn't usually put the clothes on, yeah, but then I was like that's a lot. And then I went to do that, and I was gonna take hours to take it out, and then I had like that's a lot. You forget. They give people a lot of stuff to do. They get the body gets tired out after doing it because there's a lot of stuff to get to do. Once they finish everything, they got energy for that. So yeah, yeah. What's the game? Because here that was like that's gonna be more work to do. You know, that's just all I'm gonna say. Is what it is, you know. Alright, let's see here. So anyways, strike the engine was out. I got a lot of people don't even need me for stuff I don't mind it. But just to do the just because I react to something doesn't mean you gotta do the same thing react back and be me the same way. Because then that's not gonna do that. That would be better. Cause then and then then we overwon. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we have Trey Turner next to bat the Phillies. No Philly fans on base. 2 outs, 1 out, top of the ninth, bottom of the eighth. Here we go. Where's the NAO? And then we got a pitch trade running swinging with strike number one. Then we got a pitch trade swinging with strike number two. Then we got a pitch trade running catching balls 1-2. And then a pitch trade swinging the 5-1-2. And then a pitch trade running catching balls 2-2-2. And then we got a pitch trade running forward. And Trey Turner lines out to the center field and Michael Harris the second. Trey Turner down. Trey Turner, you 1 for 4. Coming in next to that, the Phillies, we got Kyle Swing next to that, the Phillies. No Philly fans on base. 2 outs, top of the eighth. Here we go. And then we got the 50s when we already couldn't swing that 5-1. And then we got the 50s when we already couldn't expect 2-2. Then we got the 50s when we said if I was on 2. And then the 50s when we said if I was still on 2. And then we got the 50s when Castro grounds out to the second base and Audio to the first base and Adams. And Castro was down. Castro, you 1 for 4 with your first strikeout. And that's the outs to the Phillies. So it's going the Braves had 3 runs, the Braves had 1 run at the end of the 8th, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the ninth and final inning, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Braves turn the red. Let's see the Braves turn the red top of the ninth. The 3 Braves to the red top of the ninth will be Ozzy Osbourne, Meadows, and then Austin Riley. Look at that, didn't want to raise the game to center field, so they took one shot. Nice one of the Flyers, nice. So, pitching change for the Phillies. So, Taylor makes no pitching, and then coming to pitch for the Phillies will be Brad Keller. Coming to bat for the Braves, we have Ozzy Osbourne coming to bat for the Braves. The Braves, 0 top of the ninth. Here we go. Brad Keller gonna pitch for you. Ozzy, running catch goes the ball 1-0. Brad Keller gonna pitch the Ozzy, running catch goes the ball 2-0. Brad Keller gonna pitch the Ozzy, going forward. Swing and a miss, and that strike 1 to 2-1. And Brad Keller gonna pitch the Ozzy, going forward. So, right now, catch goes the ball 3 to 3-1. And Brad Keller gonna pitch in the Ozzy, going forward. And that is ball for and Ozzy Osbourne is ball is reversed the first base for the Braves. Way to go, way to go, Brad Keller. You walked your first bat in the game. It had to be Ozzy Osbourne. So coming up next, the bat for the Braves, we have Meadows next to bat for the Braves. We got one Brave player on first base. 0, top of the ninth. Here we go. What is it? Well, only reason why Wild Sox had to use Brad Keller because Duran is injured, and so like that. So Duran's injured, so you had to use Brad Keller. So you know when your closers and when your extra closer's injured, you got to use somebody. You got to use somebody. You know. So Brad Keller got a face scanner for you. Back and ready for it. Right now catching those balls going down. And Brad Keller got another face scanner for you. Back and ready for it. Right now catching on the strike 1-1. And Brad Keller got another face for you. For you. Back and ready for it. Right now catching on the strike 2-1-2. And Brad Keller got another face scanner for you. Back and ready for it. Right now catching on the ball 2-2. Strike 2-1-2. He's swinging down the 5-0 to 2-2. And back here we got another pitch in for you, back away boy. And when Matt Olson batting, Ozzy Osbourne was picked off and caught stealing second base by the shortstop Trey Turner. Ozzy Osbourne, you got picked off. You got picked off trying to steal second base by Trey Turner. So, where can we go to pitch for you, back away boy? Right that catch goes ball 3 to 3-2 to book him. And back here we go to pitch for you, back away boy. You swing it down when that's a 5-0 to 3-2. You swing it 5-0 to 3-2. Back here we go to pitch you, back away boy. And Meadows and flies out to the left field. Phoenix with and Meadows in his zone. Ooh, they just saw a series happening next Saturday, yo. Guess who's playing next Saturday, yo? We got the Cubs taking on the Dodgers next Saturday. In LA, and then you got the Tigers taking on the Reds. Cincinnati. Oh boy. The Detroit Tigers taking on the Cincinnati Reds. That's gonna be interesting. So coming up next, the bat for the Braves, we have Austin Riley next to the Braves, and Braves has the Braves, 2 outs, top of the ninth. Here we go. Running the pitch for Austin, running goes the ball to him. Running the pitch for Austin, running goes strike 1-1-1. And running the pitch for Austin, swinging as the power was 1-2. And running the pitch for Austin, away forward. Running goes the ball 2 is a 2-2. So coming up next, so Red King another pitch can never you all see Ray Boyd. He's sweet there when there's another he's sweet as a follow 2-2. And Red King another pitch can never you all see Ray Boyd. Running catch goes ball 2 running catch goes ball 3 to full count. And Red King another pitch you all see Ray Boyd running sweet as follow 3-2. And look at this, y'all. They said the New York Mets, the Mets beat the Mets in the last 10 games. The Mets 10 games on the New York Mets are on a 10-game losing streak since 2004 and lost 7 games in the standing, dropped from first to last, outscored 60 to 18. The New York Mets are terrible, y'all. The New York Mets are terrible, man. And Red King and the Mets, y'all, in Sweden, raising that strike 3. And Austin Riley's out. Austin Riley, you start strike the F out by Brad Killer. Yeah, go sit in that right strike, yeah. First strike for Brad Killer, 1K. And that's to be honest for the Braves. The score the Braves had 3 runs, the Phillies had 1 run, and we went to the bottom of the ninth. The Phillies to the bed. The Phillies to the bed, the bottom of the ninth. The 3 Philly Braves to the bed, the bottom of the ninth. Will be Dooley. And the 3 Philly Braves to come up next to bat for the Phillies. We hit. Can't believe we get his fields for the Braves. And the Braves had 3 runs, the Phillies had 1 run. And we went to the bottom of the ninth, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies to the bed. Let's see the Braves to the bed, the bottom of the ninth. The 3 Philly Braves to the bed, the bottom of the ninth will be. Will be Bryce Harper, and those gonna see it, and the left hand was shown. So Bryce Harper is over 3 for the second strikeout. Those gonna see is over 2 with a walk, and the left hand was shown is over 1 with a strikeout. We see watching NASCAR though. So pitch change for the Braves. So Dylan Reed's the pitcher tonight, coming to pitch for the Braves to be Robert Suarez. So coming up the bat for the Phillies, we have Bryce Harper for the bat for the Phillies. No Philly fans on base. 0 outs. Bottom of the ninth. Here we go. Harbor Nation. Harbor Nation. Harbor Nation. And Robert Suarez got a pitch to the right Bryce Grayboard. He swung that was the 5-0-1. And Robert Suarez got another pitch to the right Bryce Grayboard. Rodney's got the gloves. The ball's 1-1. I know. I just saw that the stat line on X for Ranger Swords, and he did good in one of the starts he had. And I was like, oh, they put the MLB put the stat line on their X account, so I was like, oh, okay. And Robert Swords got another pitch coming for Rice, get ready for it. And Swing does follows 1 and 2. Robert Swords got another pitch for you. Rice, get ready for it. Rice have an X by time on your Rice have a X on base mode. And Robert Swords got another pitch for you. Rice, get ready for it. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. Bryce Harper's out. And Bryce Harper, you over 4 with your third strikeout. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we have Adolis Garcia next to the bat for the Phillies. No Philly players on base. 1 out. Top of the ninth, here we go. Robert Suarez got a pitch to Garcia, get ready for it. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 1 And Robert Swan is in the pitch for you. Go see, go wait for it. Ronnie Cataldo, that's strike 2 is 0-2. Yeah, they both got a hit today, at least it's something. And Robert Swan is another pitch for you. Go see, go wait for it. Ronnie Cataldo's balls 1-2. Robert Swan is another pitch for you. Go see, go wait for it. And the Dogs go see it for a time for you. The Dogs go see, go right back to the very since one base on. And those gonna see Robert Swan. And Robert Swan is another pitch for you. Go see it, wait for it. And Ronnie catches on the strike. Ronnie catches on the ball 2-2. Robert Swan is another pitch. You gonna see it, wait for it. Swing the miss, and that strike there. The Dogs gonna see his out. And Dogs gonna say you 0 for 3 with your first strikeout. And Dogs gonna say your bad average dropping to 214. So coming up next to have the Phillies, you have Raphael Machon next to have the Phillies. No Philly fans on base. 2 outs, Bobby Knight. Here we go. Robert Swan is gonna pitch for you. Raphael go wait for it. Ronnie Catch goes balls 1-0. And Robert Swan is gonna pitch for you. Raphael go wait for it. Ronnie Catch goes ball 2 is a 2-0. And Robert Swan is gonna pitch for you. Raphael go wait for it. Ronnie Catch goes to strike 1 is a 2-1. And Robert Swan is gonna pitch for you. Raphael go wait for it. Swing and a miss, and that strike 2 is a 2-2. And Robert Swan on the pitch for you, Raphael go wait for it. And Raphael Machon next for a time on you. And Raphael Machon get right back to back 6 base zones. And Robert Swan got another pitch for you, Raphael go wait for it. And Raphael Machon flies out to the right fielder, running clean to and Raphael Machon is out. And that's the ball game. Final score is 3-1 Braves win. And Braves will take game 2 and 6 Green Park from the Phillies. And the Braves and the Braves will advance on the 4-7 on the season. The Braves will drop down to 8-12 in the season. The Braves will get their 14 win. The Phillies get their 12 loss. And the Phillies are down 0-2 in this series to the Atlanta Braves. And the Braves are 2-0 in this series. We might get swept by the Braves tomorrow night. So call that what it is. The offense stinks. Mm-hmm. Chris just got his and Christopher Sanchez got his second loss of the season. Now he's 2-2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you know. Thank you guys for watching. Shout out to Star 9 from the street. Shout out to Winston from the street. And shout out to New from the street. So guys, I will be streaming the Phillies versus the Atlanta Braves for game number 3 of the 3-game series tomorrow night at 7:20 p.m. on YouTube channel, guys. Let's see how it goes tomorrow, guys. And pitching for the Phillies tomorrow night will be Aaron Painter going up against so tomorrow night's pitching match for tomorrow night's game is going to be Aaron Painter for the Phillies, and pitching for the Braves tomorrow night will be Grant Holmes, and you know that's another Sunday another baseball game, the Sunday night baseball game, and it's gonna be a good one, guys, because it's gonna be a good one tomorrow night anyway. You know, and guess what, guys? tomorrow night's game, you have to if you want to watch tomorrow night's game on your TV, you have to tune into the NBC Spanish network to watch the game tomorrow night. So the Phillies game tomorrow night will not be on NBC Sports Philadelphia. It'll be on the NBC SN channel, which is the Spanish channel for NBC for NBC. So yeah, I don't know why they put the game on that. Don't know why. That's just a whole bunch of things right there. So yeah, that's terrible in itself. So I don't know why they did that, but or you can watch the game on Peacock if you want to hear the English version. You want to watch it on Peacock, you can watch the English version. So yeah, so yeah. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna go in there, guys. So you go, so MG fan, we stand up. Let's go Phillies, and you go and match that game is out. Peace out, guys. See you tomorrow night for Phillies and Braves round 3. I know tomorrow you might get swept. That might happen.